Hey, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome. I am Meredith. I'm here with our message for the 7th of October, 2025. We're using the Wild Reflections Tarot for our message today. The sun is in Libra, the moon is in Aries, full moon in Aries, and obviously our retrograde's still happening. A robust shuffle this morning. The card's very active. Let's jump right in and see what's on offer in the energy atmosphere. And our first two cards are this Tower, and Strength. All right, this is personal challenge right here. This is us tearing down our own towers. We have the strength, the fortitude, the will to take down some old structure that doesn't serve us. And typically when we see the Tower, we're taking a look at a foundation that cannot support where we currently are and how we are in evolution with our vision, our dream, right? Bringing it all to life. So it requires a new foundation. Now, we've had a lot of amazing cards for weeks. We've seen the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, so much more. All leaning into the grace of our growth and our change. So, out of our vulnerability, when we feel vulnerable, when we feel somewhat energetically compromised, we have contrast. And within that contrast, we're able to see a fresh perspective. And here we are with the Tower. We've got a fresh enough perspective to recognize that we don't have a foundation, a full foundation that supports what we're on about right now. So let's see what's next. Where are we going with this? Into the Nine of Wands again. This is a card we've seen a bit of. This is us having our, our endurance, our stick-to-itiveness, and this is our don't stop attitude. So we may feel a little weary of the journey at this point, or parts of the journey. We may need to take a time out for inspiration. Let's see what comes with this card. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, this makes the Ten of Wands. And that's the Ace of Wands to the power of 10, right? So we're talking about ambition, motivation, enthusiasm, fire, passion, creativity. We've got loads of it. So look how these, the Tower is paired with the Strength card. Super powerful energy. This tells me we're digging deep and we're forging ahead. And we're using our resources because, face it, that's really what we're getting into when we look at Wands. You might think that of Pentacles, and you're not wrong. However, Wands are also resources for us, and that's why the Ten of Wands gets a message of, it's time to set down a burden, right? And so the Ten of Wands gets pigeonholed as a card of burden, and it's not. It means there's a level of fulfillment in all of the gains that you have garnered for yourself. Now you get to put them to use. So some of us are closer than we realize to a fulfillment that has long been in development. Another message that's been really consistent in the cards lately. Let's see what's next. Oh, wow, and there's the Ten of Wands. So that's having a double Ten of Wands in a reading. Ooh, powerful. So the moment is now to use your ambition, your enthusiasm, your creativity to bring passionately to life on your foundation, fresh foundation, reinforced foundation, all the things that celebrate your enthusiasm, appreciation, motivation, creativity, right? Let's see what comes with this 10. King of Wands. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. There's divine masculine energy. So we'll engage that and take action on all of the bounty. Look at that Ace of Wands that we have in our hands. We'll take action. We have good direction. We have good discernment, and we have a whole load of enthusiasm for everything that's in evolution in the now. You've got it. Then we have the Seven of Swords, another card we've seen a bit of recently. This isn't one that shows up very often in our readings, though sevens, as I will always remind you, are about heaven touching earth within us. In the Seven of Swords, this card is nicknamed the Thief in Tarot, and this is an opportunity we may stumble across to rob ourselves of our own joy, which could come from feeling overburdened or over challenged by our own inner dialogue. So check that out. I was sharing conversation with someone yesterday, and a point that was made was about keeping our mind in a really good space and staying on top of that. And the conversation was inspirational to me because it gave me consideration for how I find it easier to complain lately in my own inner dialogue. So catching myself complaining, I don't do a lot of that really. And when I'm hearing it in inner dialogue, that's a red flag for me. So what do we require in those moments, right? What do we most need? So we need a little heaven touching earth. So let's, as this particular person says, take the spurs off. Stop hurting ourselves here and take a moment for some inspiration, to gather your energy, to clear your thoughts, to do the self-care that's required, especially at this leg of the journey. We've got the Ten of Wands showing twice, which means we have been in development for resources that support our vision, our dream, our manifestation, right? So no self-sabotage at this point. If you're noticing self-sabotage, maybe it's because you require a rest. Put your feet up, take a nap, go take a walk in your bare feet on the earth, get grounded, get centered, all those things that I frequently encourage when you find yourself at a crossroads within. So bring heaven to earth in yourself and dispel any energies that are taking you out right now or attempting to. Next we have, yeah, beautiful. I like seeing this. Queen of Swords, discernment. I saw this card yesterday when I was shuffling up this deck, and I thought, she marches to the beat of her own drum. She's very discerning. She and the king both. She makes amazing, good, long-term decisions. So while you may temporarily feel the challenge in the now moment for strength you don't even know you have until you have been put to the test, your own feet have been held to the fire of the wands, if you will, and then you recognize just how far you will go to fulfill your dream and your vision. So keep going. Make that decision and keep going. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. How is the universe helping us out behind the scenes? Ace of Swords. Love it. 2 aces in the reading. They're going to neutralize a lot of the challenge that we might encounter in ourselves. So allow that to happen. There's always a grace in a challenging moment. So find the grace. And then there's the Death card. Death and Tower showing up. This is a card of transformation though. See, we're making a change here. We're doing something different by putting an end to, well, for me, the complaining I might be doing in my inner dialogue, catching that, rerouting that, validating how I might feel in that moment, and then moving on to what's true. This is the way to move through these types of energies. These aces will help us do that. This is, an ace that brings everlasting strength and brilliant clarity. So everlasting strength, brilliant clarity with the Strength card, with the Ace of Wands, which is enthusiasm, ambition, passion, motivation, right? None of the challenge cards can really stand in the face of that, which means we work through anything that we see as an obstacle. Next we have Page of Swords, incoming information, fresh new information, consideration. So these may be epiphanies, maybe through conversation with your bestie, maybe because of this reading. Wheel of Fortune. Another 10 for us, more fulfillment. The divine delivery system is delivering. So stay in receivership for the dreams you are fulfilling in the now. Make good decisions around that. Don't let any temporary weariness or minor challenge take you out. And then 7 of Wands. Excellent, because you are the trailblazer. You're the magician here. You make this all happen. Don't quit now. All right, let's move on to angel answers. Let these cards confirm this reading and bring a fresh message or answer a question for you. There's something better. Absolutely. If you're running into a Tower moment, if you're running into a 7 of Swords moment, there is something better. Validate yourself. Deal with whatever obstacle you might be putting in your path and move on to a much better energy. Be assertive. Trust yourself. Ooh, nice. Meditation brings answers. Those 3 came out sideways together, which is really great information and great confirmation of the reading. If you're having that 7 of Swords moment or Tower moment, meditation brings answers. You still have to trust the journey. Remain assertive, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. One more. Oh, nice. Don't stop. Don't quit now. Final word on our reading from angels and ancestors. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? I think I just had a card flip over in here. Maybe not. And we have the Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Set your sights higher than any challenge that presents itself. Perfect message right there. All right, everybody. Have the most beautiful Tuesday ever. Thank you, as always, for joining me here on the channel. Peace. Namaste.